What's up, brother? We're here on the show to talk about some wrestling news, so let's get right into it here. So the first thing I'll talk about from Fightful Select today was the WrestleMania 41 location. So what Fightful Select said today, the possibility of WrestleMania 41 taking place in May has been broached. So basically what this means, I kind of had to use Google to know what broach means, and it's basically like subject or difficult, like a subject for discussion, like a sensitive or difficult subject, basically something along those lines. I like it being around a week before or after Easter and the holidays. It just feels natural. I see no reason moving it back. I would rather it stay in April than move to May. Or just, say in April than move it to May, because I don't know if that's a great idea. I just don't think this would be that great of an idea. More venue options for Mania if in May. But wonder if the smaller venues for other events like Raw, SmackDown, it's tougher to book 4 days in a row for those venues due to like NHL, you have the NHL, you have the NBA playoffs going on. And I know it's cold air in Philly, but is it really cold there all the time during that time of the year? But if they want to do it in a spot that is still cold in April, then it'd be smart to have WrestleMania at the end of April or early May. But, I don't know. But, I feel like April may not be the perfect month. The weather on the East Coast is not the best. The weather on the East Coast says otherwise, and it would help open air stadiums in the Northeast weather-wise. Not for open air stadiums, it's not perfect, but who knows? I still feel like Minnesota's gonna be either Minnesota or Las Vegas are the two options as of now. So on WWE's The Bump today, Jey Uso was on and talking about the Bloodline, and he said he would like to see the Bloodline back together one time as a healed family and as the good guys on WWE's The Bump. Well, your wish is the Rock's command, Jay. It's going to be coming soon. And I feel like this could set up a Bloodline like Civil War at Survivor Series War Games is what they'll set up to. You gotta have the honorary use. You gotta have Sami Zayn. But you can have the Usos with Roman as a babyface, like the babyface OG Bloodline versus the heel Bloodline at War Games. Say what you want about the Bloodline, but there's probably the most interesting thing on WWE television when it's like popping, like with The Rock. But it's starting to get interesting now with Tama Tonga now. There. So per source from Forbes, WWE's top draws of 2023 were obviously Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Rhea Ripley. Those were actually the top 3 draws of 2023 according to Forbes. The top two names in the men's division, and then you got Rhea Ripley. That's huge for Rhea. It just shows that people love her, and her catchphrase proven true. She's always on top. Crazy to think where she was barely even 2 years ago in terms of her individual success with Rhea. Roman and Cody are the 2 biggest faces of the company. So this really isn't a surprise to me, because I felt these were the 3 biggest people that I really cared about. So per source from per Forbes, the most valuable pro wrestling promotions in 2024. WWE, $6.8 billion. Estimated 2023 revenue, $1.33 billion. So it's crazy. You think in 2023 they were at $1.33 billion. Now they're at $6.8 billion. That's really $5 billion they've gained in a year. AEW, $2 billion. Estimated 2023 revenue, $250 million. Or excuse me, 250. Yeah, 250. Or they were $2 billion this year. 2023 they had 250 million. Seems like Endeavor's doing good between UFC and WWE, with their total being like 18.1 billion. Well, probably most of it's WWE and maybe a bit UFC. Well, actually, it's probably even between the two. But you're telling me these empty fucking seats, all these empty arenas at AEW's worth like $2 billion? Yeah, sometimes they'll have good arenas, but most of it's empty. That's pretty overvalued, $2 billion for AEW. So Nick Khan states that the future WrestleManias going forward, they're changing tactics with their approaches, per SBJ's Congress of Sports. Going in early April at an outdoor stadium on the East Coast. Assume you're not going to see that again. Going against the Final Four Saturday night games, assume you're not going to see that again. I swear people don't know how to read in the fucking replies. I feel like he's smart. Open stadiums don't pick up the crowd noise much when they broadcast. Or it might be more to do with the weather, because the fans are probably cold as fuck out there. I don't know if it's with the crowd noise, honestly. But I think it will be smart to not go up against the Final Four, to be honest. Because I think people want to watch the Final Four, and I think it'd be smart to not have it WrestleMania going on while the Final Four's happening. So you can just, I don't know what you can do, but people, they're still gonna have outside stadiums, but we'll see what they do. So Dave Meltzer, he commented on the main event of NXT, believing that Trick Williams isn't that good. Trick isn't that good. That's the reality. He's got incredible charisma, but put him in a main event match, basically like that, he's not good. It's like wrestling Ric Flair in a tag team wrestling the Young Bucks. Of course, he mentions the Young Bucks, AEW stan Dave Meltzer, because he believes AEW does nothing wrong. Isn't that right, Dave? Fucking clown. So an insight with Chris Van Vliet. Now with Hunter in charge, he has a vision, he sees it through, and that's what you need for a TV show. Becky Lynch on a podcast. Seems like everyone is happy there, which is great. Or at least most people. Who knows if anybody's unhappy? I feel like most people are happy. This past Monday on Raw, Sheamus competed in his 1,900th match for WWE, which is insane. And he's going to be IC champ and can finally win a title he's never won. So on the SI Media podcast, Cody Rhodes revealed that he gave every department in WWE a gift to show his gratitude towards them. Basically gave them everybody a gift. Man, the dude's such a good guy. And he also stated in the podcast that Roman Reigns helped change the landscape of WWE and helped to better the locker room situation for the talent. Yeah, you can tell Cody and Roman have respect for each other. It's sad, like, the fans between the two fan bases can't have respect for each other. But yeah, but they respect each other. I don't know why the two fan bases don't. So the top selling t-shirts on WWE shop April 18th. Number 1, CM Punk. Number 2, The Rock, Final Boss. Number 3, CM Punk for his return, CM Punk. Number 4, 2011 Classic, Jey Uso. Number 5 and number 6 with the Yeet, the black shirt and the blue shirt. Number 7, Cody Rhodes. Number 8, Cody Rhodes. Number 9, Cody Rhodes. And number 10, Randy Orton. 3 times in the top 4 for Phil Brooks. Also, another interesting thing Cody said in the SI Media podcast, in another lifetime, I probably would have made the best Paul Heyman guy. Maybe. So, here's the last thing I want to talk about. Although Roman Reigns will be on TV, he will have substantial creative input over the Bloodline story for the next few months, basically, per WrestleVotes. So even though he'll be off TV, he's still going to have some substantial creative input. He's still going to have input over this storyline, what happens the next few months. Probably next few months he'll still be gone, but he'll come back, probably be as a babyface with the Usos and whoever else, maybe Sami Zayn. You can insert him into the Bloodline Civil War, maybe set up War Games when that happens. That makes sense. You know, whatever happens over the next few months will ultimately conclude with Roman Reigns getting his input. Basically his input on this storyline. I can't wait to see when Roman shows up. But yeah, it's really all to say here. Yeah, until next time, Peace.